So we already talked about the woman that wanted to be a man and achieve to look like a man, and when she was finally treated like a man, she realized that she didn't like it. Now we are looking at women that marry themselves. Folks, this is Fernando doing another video for the Modern Survivalist, and I cover these topics because this is what's happening in our society today. And if you're not aware of this, then you cannot prepare your children for this kind of stuff. You have to have these conversations. You have to explain to them that in spite of now this being treated like a, like a emotionally mature, elevated, intellectual practice of self-love, this is insanity. If you don't have these conversations, your kids may be brainwashed into thinking that this is normal. And also for you to know the kind of crazy that is out there in the world and what the elite wants to promote. These women wanted a symbolic expression of self-love, so they marry themselves. Again, this isn't CNN as something positive. It's not like I wouldn't even be doing the video if this was in like the Daily Mail and said crazy cat lady marries herself. That would be the typical thing. That would be the headline 10 years ago. No. This is an expression of self-love. And so we have this woman here who, Brittany Wrist, 34-year-old. I mean, Brittany, you could have found a guy to put a ring in that finger. No. She marries herself. When you read the way she signed this letter, I love you, all of you, then you understand why no one wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. But it goes on. Here we have beautiful Danny Adams. Beautiful. Look at all those curves. Guys, that's what real women look like. Not the skinny one. Not the, what is it? This one is not a real woman, Brittany Wrist. No, maybe that's why she hasn't found a guy, because she's not a real woman. Real women look like Danny here. Well, you could say that, yeah, she's a real morbidly obese woman, but I don't find morbidly obese people attractive, but that would make you fat phobic, so be careful with what you think. Soon enough, we'll be controlling that as well. So don't think things you're not supposed to think. You have Dorothy also here, another crazy old lady, and this is the video of this topic. Let's check this out.
A dirty email if I wanted, but I don't.
Never want to ask.
Hi, my name's Sophie
single
Tanner,
question.
and 2 years ago I got married to myself.
She has a dog there. I bet that place smells of cat piss too.
Marrying yourself is an expression of self-love,
Oh.
and it's a commitment to love yourself and be responsible for your own happiness for the rest of your life. Because I think in our culture, there's so much emphasis on finding the one, and being single is a valid lifestyle option these days. Not everyone should just behave according to these milestones that are just kind of really quite outdated.
Outdated? Oh, it's not a matter of you being single and that. No, it's outdated to marry and have a family. That's outdated. Okay.
The wedding was spectacular. I had about 15 bridesmaids all dressed up in different colours, and we all processed through the Pavilion Gardens dancing to Kendrick Lamar's I Love Myself. My dad gave me away, and my friend dressed up as the Pope. He took me through my vows, which I'd adapted from Christian vows for the singular. With this ring, I'm me wed. In sickness and health, till death do you part.
Okay.
Dancing to Kendrick
Crazy.
Lamar's I Love Myself.
Crazy
My
cat
dad
lady.
gave me away.
Her dad, the poor old man, thought, what did I do wrong? How did I fuck up my life that my daughter is this crazy cat lady marrying herself? Gave her away to herself? That is so clever.
And my friend dressed up as the Pope. He took me through my vows, which...
So she obviously does not know how the Pope dresses, but besides that, I found this very interesting. Her friend dressed up like the Pope. And she said that it's outdated, but she still felt the need to mock the institution of marriage. Because you could say that, yeah, there's always been single people. It's always been the case. People marry, people that don't marry, people that want to be single, people that end up single because they didn't find someone, or you could just choose to be single, and you know, the classic bachelor guy that never marries and he sleeps around with a bunch of women. Oh, he's such a playboy. Or even these days, a woman that wants to be strong female woman, and she's, you know, she goes out and she sleeps around with a bunch of dudes, and she has this fabulous life that of course she will end up having when you become the town tramp. But besides all of that, it's always been the case that you could do whatever you want with your life. People usually don't give a damn. And the idea that it is outdated, well, I mean, sure, it is understood that that's rarely the way in which people end up having rich, happy lives, because that's what evidence shows. It's not a matter of opinion. It's about what the great majority of people that go through these choices or these kind of lives and end up expressing when they're honest about it. But this is interesting. We have to mock the institution. We have to mock the Catholic Church and her friend pretending to be the Pope or whatever the fuck this is, more like a cardinal.
With this ring, I me wed.
So, why? I mean, you want to be single, be single. You want to be a crazy cat lady that smells like piss. There's plenty of those. You could be one as well. Seriously, you want to be single, be single. Now, it just says so much when, besides that, and besides doing a party, and yeah, you can do the stupid party of marrying myself. And you can do this as well, but it just says so much about the true purpose of all of this, which is bitterness, regret, which is hate towards the institution that you despise, the idea of others getting married, others having kids, having families. You hate that. That's why you mock it. Because if you didn't care, you wouldn't do this. You wouldn't mock and joke and make a big sketch of ridiculing the Catholic Church, Christianity, the institution itself of marriage. Why do you have to do that? What's the need you have to ridicule the institution of marriage? It doesn't come from a religious perspective, because you can be very religious or not, doesn't matter. You can be Catholic, you can be Jew, you can be whatever the hell you want to be. You can not believe in any religion, but you still understand that marriage is a foundation of society. A man and a woman forming a family and having kids, that's across the planet in any kind of civilization that ever existed. That's how you have civilization in humans, in humankind. That's what we've always done. From the moment we stop being damn animals, society is formed by families. Families, men and women, that come together and have kids. Now, you feel the need to pervert that with your little joke and all of this crap, because at the end of the day, it is about bitterness, it is about regret, it is about being pretty much evil in terms of hating what humanity is, hating what allows humanity to even exist, because if we were all crazy cat piss lady here, humanity would cease to exist. If we don't have kids, if we don't have men and women having children, then we're not here anymore very, very soon. Guys, this is the society we're dealing with right now. It is perverse. It is, you could go with this satanic thing. You could go with an evil aspect of this as well. You could go with the agenda being promoted by the elite, anti-family, anti-marriage, anti-having children, anti-society itself. Guys, prepare for interesting times. For that, you have the channel and you have my books, Street Survival Skills and Surviving the Economic Collapse. When I get those, available in Amazon in the links there below. Take care.